What's it? Who keeps? What's it? Every time I do this, stupid thing.
So, tell me, what's the first 2K you ever played?
I think it was 2K12 maybe. Yeah, 12 or 13. My first one.
Do you remember who was on the cover?
I think it was like D-Rose, LeBron, and Wade.
For those playing as you in 2K, what would you recommend as the go-to move to get the W?
If you want to get the W, I would say my position on 2K is like shooting guard. So you need a movement to point guard, and then fill in the rest from there. But make sure you move to the point guard if you use it.
What's the first thing that you do when you do go back home to Australia?
First thing I do is usually see my family, see my family friends.
Well, you got to expect a low-scoring game tonight, Grant. Two terrific defensive clubs fighting to lock each other down. Warriors going with a whole new group out there. Jackson, he's checked in for Indiana. McConnell comes in for Duarte. And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Jackson and Turner are in the middle. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with T.J. McConnell. Hey, every team wants a guy who can block shots, and they certainly want a guy who can hit threes. Miles Turner does both, Grant.
Yes, he does, B.A. Miles has led the league in blocks multiple times. He also shot it well from the three-point range. He's just a unique skill set. It's really hard to find guys like Turner.
Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot, so he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
I like that. I mean, see, physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
The Pacers making a switch here. Tice is checked in, so he comes up empty at the line. In addition to affecting the game at both ends, Mathurin has already proven to be a tremendous leader.
Oh, yes, he has, B.A. He's a high intangibles guy, a hard worker, really leads by example, and he's clutch. He elevates his play in big-time situations.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. That free throw no good. He hits the second from the line.
Guys, you think about the Indiana Pacers, a team that has had several coaching changes of late, and obviously that kind of inconsistency has no doubt played a part in their recent struggles.
From outside the arc. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green. To Mathurin from behind the arc.
And they've done a pretty good job working the ball inside, but haven't been able to convert at all. I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Now here's Iguodala.
Wide open.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson, and he gets it to go. Johnson's gotten his second bucket of the game. Well, the Pacers hired Rick Carlisle as their coach for the second time, by the way, in the summer of 2021.
That's exactly right, B.A. Remember, Coach Carlisle was quite successful here between 2003 and 2007. Then he moved on to be the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks for 13 years. Obviously a championship coach that 1 year with Dirk Nowitzki. I think the Pacers optimistic Coach Carlisle can help speed up this rebuild.
Iguodala, the pass to Johnson. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
And the Pacers shooting only 35% so far in this quarter. Poole, right side. The baseline, Jay. The Pacers pull it in.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Mathurin. Oh, no good! Unable to win this run.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Knocked loose. Pass to Mathurin. Back to McConnell. Jackson, pass to Halliburton. And he dunks it down.
We're talking about a guard who's got some bounce. Tyrese Halliburton with the hops.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Here's Johnson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors?
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, and I also love the intensity they've shown on the glass early on. Keeping plays alive, creating second chance shots, that's nice.
Pass to Halliburton. Back to McConnell. He can't get that one to fall. The Warriors go the other way with it. This game following their win against the Rockets.
Yeah, they really worked hard to find shots in that one. Some good play calls and energy on the offensive end.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
And that one misses. Brissett's checked in for Indiana. And the second free throw is good. Now McConnell. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
He misses the free throw.
And an absolute brutal showing from the line so far.
And he can't hit the second.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Duarte, he's checked in for Halliburton. The free throw drops for Johnson.
When you think about it, they're trailing in part because they're giving away too many trips to the charity stripe.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's McConnell. Johnson with the defensive effort. Poole, right side. 17-foot shot on the way, and Johnson gets it to go on the assist by Poole. Johnson's got 13 now.
What a way to begin this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Defense is setting the tone. Back to the game after this break.
Trouble is back, y'all. He is back.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Boy, for the Warriors, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Thompson, the 2, with Wiggins at the 3. James Wiseman is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Johnson in at the point. That's the Warriors 5.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Yep, that one's good.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
And I was like, Durant!
Pass to Duarte.
About this 24/7 That's just as great as going 24/7.
Here's Matherin. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Here's Brissett. He's watched by Kuminga. Well, Indiana shooting just 31% in today's game. Not great. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Curry, he's... Johnson against McConnell. Johnson inside, Poole outside. Iguodala up top. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. It's on T.J. McConnell. Well, Doris, the last few years, we've seen teams put together rosters loaded with talent, but it hasn't always translated to rings.
I think what we've learned, Brian, is that just accumulating talent is not enough to win in this league. What you have to find is a team that fits together well in terms of the individual parts. There also has to be that elusive chemistry. You can't define it, hard to win without it.
Pass to Halliburton. Poole brings a double team. Clock at 6. There's Jackson with the three. Warriors with the rebound. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass. The officials were right on top of that one.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Pacers making a change here. Neesmith's checked in. And both free throws good for Poole. And for the Pacers, they're shooting only 36% during the second.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Rockets got the job done. He contributed 40 points. Add in his passing and his defense, he had a major influence on the game. He put up huge numbers last time out. We'll see if it's more of the same tonight. Guys?
And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each night comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. And for Indiana, they're shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Man, good whistle there.
And the first one at the line is good. And so McConnell nails them both. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half. Johnson passes to Green. Back to Johnson. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Here's McConnell. Indiana again missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Inside. Pass to Brissett. And he slams it in one-handed.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Here's Green. Second chance effort. The offensive rebound. McConnell against Johnson. To the paint. Deflects the pass. 4 on the clock. Over McConnell. And that one comes up a bit short.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
And he drops the first. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. The Warriors shooting a fantastic 57%. Here's Johnson. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist of the night. Well, the Pacers shooting 35% in the second so far. And it's out of bounds to Indiana. Two seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant 1. Unnecessary contact.
You know, it's just hard to watch a player put the well-being of an opponent at risk. He rightfully earned that flagrant.
Yeah, the officials are all over that one, sending a clear message that that kind of roughness is unacceptable. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. Here's Nembhard. And he goes in for the dunk.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. The free throw drops for Johnson. And Johnson drops them both. 7 seconds left in the first half. Here's Nembhard. Misses the jumper from the wing.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding a massive 34-point lead to win the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back with you shortly. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And the Warriors' shooting has been great this game, 58%. On the floor for Indiana. Miles Turner out there with Smith. Then it's Chris Duarte. Then there's TJ McConnell.
Well, great read by Stephen Curry right there. Just puts it on time and on target. Always wants to make his teammates feel good.
Here's Matherin, covered by Johnson. Pass to Duarte. Smith against Kuminga. The fader. Rebounded by Johnson.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
Oh, stolen by Turner. Here's Duarte. To the middle. Kept alive by Indiana. McConnell outside. Back to Turner. The steal. McConnell against Curry. The kick out to Johnson.
Oh, pass was that?
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Matherin. The Pacers again can't hit.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
The kick out to Johnson. Thompson outside. Kuminga, the pass to Johnson. And he banks in the layup. Johnson's got 25 points.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And the Warriors. Here's Poole. He's got 16. Outside Johnson. To the inside.
Come on.
And he's going for the oop here. And the dunk by Jackson.
But Halliburton can be so clever with the basketball. Helps yet another teammate take advantage of an opening.
The kick out to Poole. Back to Johnson. A minute 31 left in the third quarter here. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
And the Pacers making a change here. Nembhard's checked in. The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. A minute 22 left in the third quarter. Outside, Green. Poole finds Johnson. Pass to Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unloads. No good. A bit long that time.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Poole brings a double team to the wing, right side. Here's Brissett. Warriors with the rebound. Johnson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. It's Wiggins on the wing. Back to Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to Nembhard. There's 14 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter here. He drops it from range. 7 points in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
The baseline kick. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors building an insurmountable lead. Come on, they're up 38 points at the end of the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be right back. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do.
He's checked in for Draymond Green. And if you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Halliburton. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And that one on Iguodala.
The ideal guard in today's NBA. Tyrese Halliburton has length at 6'5". Now he can run the offense, plus Tyrese is an excellent three-point shooter.
Johnson, he's checked in for Indiana. McConnell comes in for Duarte. And with Halliburton, the stats show a complete guard, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, think about this. 40% from deep. Halliburton's been top 10 in the league in assists. Defensively, just racking up steals. Tyrese can play the 1 through 3. He does just about everything.
All right, time for an injury report.
Hi guys, the head athletic trainer for the Warriors provided some info for us. He said there is some swelling in the ankle, but so far no signs of instability. As we approach and enter the midway point of the season, interesting to see just how this impacts them in the standings.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
We've got Andre Iguodala. Johnson is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Moody, and it's Looney in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Nembhard. Got it.
And I love it. Challenging the bigger defender and showing plenty of heart.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
And we just had to see that mobile 1 drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, he has that fight in him. Love the aggression at the rim when they are trying to claw back into the game.
Free throw drops for Johnson. Well, Grant, we're seeing players extend their careers. Often diet plays a big role. How important was that in your day, and how important do you think that is now?
It's so important. The food you put into your body, the rest, the recovery, all of that plays a role in extending your career and having great longevity along the way.
Pass to Johnson. Banked it in off the glass. Johnson's got 33.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Turner with it. Here's Matherin. Misses the three.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Pass to Moody. On the wing, MP. Covered by Johnson. The shot by Johnson, no good. Indiana has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Here's Nembhard. Here's Matherin. Knocks down the triple.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Down low. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And the free throw, no good. You know, for team owners, it often seems best not to take too active a role in basketball decisions. But, Greg, you're a team owner. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's a tough situation, B.A. Many of these owners have made tremendous amounts of money building their fortunes, of course, being very hands-on with their business. But basketball is a different kind of business. Success is not always linear. And sometimes as an owner, you're not an expert when it comes to this particular business. So it's interesting kind of being engaged, but not being too hands-on and letting your people do their job to the best that they can.
Matherin. And it's all from 3-point range.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Johnson passes to Looney. Lets it go from the wing. And the Warriors get it back.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
6 to shoot. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pacers. The Pacers making a switch here. The Pacers have gotten 8 of 16 attempted shots to go here in the fourth. Here's Nembhard. DiVincenzo covering. To the paint. Fade away. And it's Tice missing. The Warriors have gone 7 of 14 here in the fourth from the floor. Outside Johnson. Pass to Looney. Good. And the assist goes to MP. Johnson's got his 5th assist in this one.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Johnson passes to DiVincenzo. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
To the inside. And the basket by Tice.
Daniel Tice just carves out space close and assertive to score the basketball there.
Now here's Johnson. Out to DiVincenzo. The 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Indiana has gone 4 of 8 from 3-point land during the fourth. Pass to Nesmith. Here's Taylor. Here's Nembhard. Grant, you look at the playoffs last year. I mean, a lot of big-name stars struggled to deliver. Is that every year, or you think that was an anomaly?
You know, B.A., I think it was a bit of an anomaly. I mean, I think you think what's happened in the league in the last few years with the bubble and then the restart last season, there's been a lot of basketball played, and I think it's impacted a lot of players. So I think moving forward, we'll get back to a level of normalcy with the rest and recovery of the offseason, and big-name stars will continue to excel and thrive in the years to come.
Johnson passes to Iguodala. Yes, it's good.
Andre Iguodala has got the ability and the frame and the game to score in close. Nicely done.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Warriors.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
Looking at this year so far, this will make 22 wins for them.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Pass to Looney. Out to the right wing. Moody from outside. Another three for Golden State.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Johnson with a double team. It's stolen by Looney. And here are the Warriors now. DiVincenzo on the wing. Back to Johnson. Looney inside. Moody from outside. No good there. And Looney with the slam.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession in here. Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. Johnson finds DiVincenzo. And here's Johnson. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
right, Richard, we're right in the middle of the season, right in the thick of things. What is your main concern if you're a player playing at this particular portion of the schedule? And the Jazz with some changes. Horton Tucker comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green comes in for Wiseman. And it's Johnson in for Thompson. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Kuminga. Johnson is out there with Curry. And it's Green and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position.
As a shooter, Clarkson can be so efficient. He gets the ball and goes right into his shot.
Johnson right side. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Green passes to Kuminga. Johnson outside. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Clarkson for three. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
A fine shooter from deep. Clarkson has a good feel for when to let it fly.
Johnson up top. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Curry. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Johnson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Is on Colin Sexton.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Beasley's checked in for Utah. Then for the Warriors, Looney's checked in for Kuminga. Iguodala comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And Poole subbed in for Curry. Johnson over to help. Beasley with a clean look. And Utah another 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row. And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah. The Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what.
And here's Johnson outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Johnson's got 7 points.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Out to the wing. Nice ball movement by Utah. Clarkson kicks to Beasley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sinks that one from the post. 5 points in the game. It's always striking, Greg, to see the bond between the Jazz team and their followers.
Well, when you're the only game in town, people take the team to heart. And we see it in cities like Portland and San Antonio as well. The fans form that attachment to their team.
Johnson, the pass to Looney, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the three-pointer, GA, has become a focal point of Malik Beasley's game.
Yeah, up until last season, only about half of his attempts were from beyond the arc. Now he's really zeroing in on the long ball as his primary weapon.
Clarkson against Johnson. Iguodala kicks to Poole. Pass to Johnson. Goes up on the top of the key. Warriors the rebound. 1:11 left in the first quarter of the game. Looney passes to Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And there's a lot you can say about Golden State's offensive abilities, but their defense is also razor sharp. They know how to control the flow
of the game.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Golden State. And some might go as far, Greg, as saying Golden State's defense is underrated.
It is kind of overlooked at times, and their shooting is so exceptional. It hides everything else, like how they can dominate the glass defensively. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And the pass to Olynyk. Beasley against Poole. No good from Beasley. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Golden State. They lead by 11. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
Here's Horton Tucker. Hits it from three-point range.
Well, Clarkson doesn't do huge assist numbers, but he won't waste a wide-open opportunity.
Passes it to Iguodala. Near the three-point line, it's Poole. Second chance effort.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked a fantastic night. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Warriors so... In it forward, it's going to be Thompson and Wiggins. Jordan Poole is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Wiseman in at the 5. Clarkson outside to halt the run, and the layup is good. Clarkson's got 8 points.
Oh, slick move by Clarkson, getting around that inside contact to finish the shot.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
In your younger days, RJ, you had seasons where you averaged over 22 points a game. Some players later in their careers struggle accepting smaller roles, different roles. As a player, talk about that challenge.
Self-confidence is a weird one. Sometimes it can work great for you, and sometimes it can work against you. For me personally, as I got older, I loved finding the challenge. And the challenge was, how could I star in my role? Was it as a 10-point-a-game scorer? Was it as a 20-point-a-game scorer? Or was it as a 5-point-a-game scorer? Because ultimately, you have a chance to have an impact on the game. And I love basketball, so I was going to take any role you were going to give me.
What a great answer. So in other words, you've always got to evolve.
You always get to evolve, and it's always going to be adapt or die, especially as you get older. You have to adapt or your career's going to end. I would have never played 17 years if I didn't adapt.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pacers delivered quite a performance. He added 33 points, and his active hands were on display again with a lot of steals. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Fires for 3. Utah getting another chance here. No good on the shot.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And the Warriors with some changes. Kuminga comes in for Kevon Looney. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Well, RJ, you played against Draymond Green. Do you agree with him when he calls himself the best defender in NBA history?
No, of course not. He's not the best, but he's worked his way near the top. I'll give my guy that. And look, he's a defensive player of the year, and he has been in consideration multiple other years. It's his versatility that gives him such a boost on that other end of the floor.
And Markkanen can give you, Greg, a solid defensive effort at both the 3 and the 4.
And Kevin, many thought Markkanen was a defensive liability, but give him credit, worked hard to prove he wasn't. And while not a superb defender, he has become a plus defender for this team.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
And the Jazz call time here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
They played pretty solid basketball, but a few miscues is all it takes to turn a win into a loss, especially against a good team.
Pass to Horton Tucker. To the paint. Here's Sexton. Johnson with the block. In the corner, it's Wiggins. The offensive rebound. Green. And Green slams it in.
Relentless. You will never outwork Draymond.
Clarkson outside. Markkanen with it. Kuminga on him. Sexton dishes to Markkanen. 5 to shoot. Clarkson for 3. Can't hit that one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And I like seeing Green go up for that flush, showing how powerful he can be.
Sexton kicks to Olynyk. Johnson over to help. Sexton on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Out pass to Clarkson.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Johnson with it. And it's Clarkson picking him up. And then Johnson with the jam.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Clarkson. Dishes it to Markkanen. Over Johnson. Markkanen can't get it to go. Golden State's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. They grab their own miss. And he gets it to go. Kuminga's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
A shot by Clarkson, no good. To the inside. Got a hand on it. Another shot. And so it's the Golden State Warriors having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very good. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Utah. Malik Beasley comes in for Michael Conley. To the middle. And Sexton slams it in.
And there's no question Sexton can flat out score. I mean, he feels like he can get it done from anywhere.
Sexton is out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's Gay in at the 5. That's the group right now for Utah. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
The shot by Clarkson, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Golden State.
And we've seen it for years. Despite their regular season success, the Jazz just unable to make much noise in the playoffs. Credit the front office for coming to terms with it and pivoting to a rebuild while they could get top value for their stars.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. The Jazz making a switch here as the Bookies checked in. Golden State on D. Clarkson for 3. Moves back up. As a Bookie, no good. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Back to Johnson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believed in ourselves.
Pass to Beasley. Back to Sexton. Green with the rebound. Green's got 8 rebounds in this game. Johnson outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Warriors. GA with their 4th title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an All-NBA team.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Of course, the Warriors' offense stands out for its emphasis on ball movement. Coach Steve Kerr says if you get to touch the ball and be a part of the action, whether it's as an assist man, ball mover, shooter, dribbler, the more people who are involved in the offense, the more powerful it becomes. Kevin, strength in numbers, indeed.
As has always been the case for his offense, the more the better. And it's worked for him. GA, thanks. Andrew Wiggins is checked in for the Warriors. The Jazz shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Sexton. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Well, Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, the first lottery pick teammates ever to play in the NBA Finals, RJ, in their rookie seasons.
Yeah, the Dubs' strength in numbers, it got bolstered by some of these up-and-comers. You had Jordan Poole, who was most improved candidate last year, and then eventually we'd love to see a lot from James Wiseman.
And they're brought in, these younger players, Richard, are brought in that great culture.
Oh, there's nothing like culture. We have talked about that. Culture can directly impact a player's trajectory for his entire career.
And being the aggressor there and getting rewarded for it. Love watching Wiggins get inside and draw the call.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard number.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Back to Sexton. Beasley for 3. Offensive rebound. Comes up empty down low.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down. And you've got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother them at the rim.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Defense has been fantastic. Great defense, offense, simple passes will get it done, right? You guys look great, though.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Warriors. Johnson comes in for Stephen Curry. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Aldrin out there with Iguodala. Then it's Kevon Looney. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Johnson in at the point.
After sinking 1 triple in the first quarter, he nails another one in the second quarter. He's got it going on.
In the corner, Iguodala with it. Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you? or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Johnson, good.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Here's Looney, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Another miss by Utah. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And the
back to
yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Rudy Gay on the wing. Back to Conley. Deep two from Clarkson. And just miss after miss right now.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
And the foul called on MV. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Utah. As Azubuike is checked in, and it's Beasley in for Markkanen. Here's Conley, and the layup is good.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Oh, glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
They double team Conley. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
DiVincenzo kicks to Johnson. Baldwin the pass to Johnson. And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generations often cord cutting. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media and when big moments happen for maybe a small fee, allow people to be a part of it. It's like highlights, but live.
The 10-footer. And Olynyk with the basket on the assist by Azubuike.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Here's Johnson, and that one is good. Johnson's got 41.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Beasley right side. Conley with a wide open look. Off target with his three. And it's the Warriors ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Iguodala with it, and it's Clarkson picking him up. Johnson the pass to Looney. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Baseline J on the way, and there's another one for the Jazz.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
A nice shot by Baldwin.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And taken away by Johnson. Yep, that one goes. Johnson's got 43 points.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
And here is Conley, and there's the pass to Olynyk. It's stolen by Johnson.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark the 23rd of the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Johnson.
The name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the game. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD, or AD, or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
There's Johnson, and that'll be 2.
There, nearly a 3-point opportunity.
He hits both from the stripe. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. He dishes it to Azubuike. Alexander Walker passes to Fonjecchio. And here's Azubuike, defended by Looney. Passes to Abaji. Clock at 6. From outside the arc, Johnson with the rebound. "19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. It's deflected. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Here's Abaji. Pass to Alexander Walker. Fonjecchio. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.